All right, guys, I think we are live. But yeah, so thank you guys for being here. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the Leica M6 TTL. I did a video on this last week and it's still kind of on fire right now, so I figured it would be a good thing to continue talking about it and share with you guys some of the things that you really should know about the Leica M6 TTL version. So this is the TTL version. You can tell because the shutter's dial is actually much larger, and not only that, the shutter dial actually spins in the opposite direction than the M6 regular. The meter. So that's one of the things we're actually going to talk about. So the in the regular M6, the dial goes against the meter, which is the, if you look through here, you'll see like there's an arrow that goes to the right and to the left. And on the regular M6, by turning it that way, you're actually going the opposite direction, and then turning this way, you're going that direction. So on the M6 TTL, they actually fixed that and made it kind of intuitive based on what a what feels normal to you. Just, I don't know, it's something that you need to know about when shooting the M6 TTL versus if you're coming from an M6 or like an M5 or anything like that. So they kind of fixed that. Yeah, so today I just want to talk about 5 things you need to know about the Leica M6 TTL. Thank you guys for watching. If this is your first time, please hit that subscribe button down there. It really helps my channel out with the YouTube algorithm. And yeah, so we're gonna get into this thing. All right, so number 1, and this will kill your batteries if you don't know about this. And I've killed many batteries, even while knowing about it. I've killed many batteries because it's just, you have this, when you're shooting film, you always want the camera to be ready for the next shot, right? So after you fire, I'll just do it for example. So after you fire, you're gonna automatically go like that because you're ready to take the next shot, right? So once you cock this film winder and it's cocked already like this, now your meter is live. If you go and stick this camera into a bag and anything presses on that button halfway without taking a shot, also, you'll waste a shot too. If something were to push it hard enough, you waste a shot in your bag. So if you ever pull it out of your bag and you get your film developed and you come back and there's like a black frame here and there and you don't know how that happened, now you know it's because you already had it pre-cocked, you put it in your bag, and the shutter went off. So there's not really a safety feature per se. So be mindful that after you take a photo, once you press the shutter and you're done for the day, don't recock the camera, or else the meter will half press. And I don't know if, I don't even know if you can see the meter in here. Let's see if I can angle it. So you see the red dots, but anyway, it's hard to show it on the camera. But yeah, so by having it cocked, when you put it in there, anything presses on it, you're gonna run your battery out. And I've killed the meter. I would do it probably like once every 2 months, kill the battery for the meter. So definitely be mindful of that. Also, another issue with the M6 TTL is that the rangefinder patch. If you know anything about rangefinders, you know in the middle of that there's a rangefinder patch. Now, in the M6 TTL, it's kind of really light. It's kind of really faint. In other cameras, such as like the Canonet and other rangefinders that I've used, that rangefinder is a little bit more visible, a little bit more brighter. But however, in the M6 TTL, when you are shooting into the sun, when you are, like shooting in kind of a bright situation, you can lose that frame patch, and you can, it kind of disappears, and you need that frame patch in order to focus your camera right. So just be mindful of that. If you're looking for an M6 TTL, these are issues that you are going to run into. I wouldn't call them issues. They're not bad things. This camera is amazing. Let's see. All right, and another thing too, the way this camera loads, I do have a roll of film in it, but I might, like I've taken 31 frames on it, so I might just sacrifice those last few frames for this video. But no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna say film's expensive. I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, so inside here, the way that you put the film in, film goes across and there's like this 3-pronged spool. So you put your film into that. Sometimes it doesn't catch, and so you're just winding or winding. The camera thinks that you have film loaded. You think that you have film loaded, but one way to really know that you have it loaded is you can see the crank spinning. If you do not see the crank spinning after you've loaded and you're cocking it and getting it ready, then you know that you have misloaded this, and you'll spend the next however long it takes for you to shoot through a roll of film, you'll spend that amount of time thinking that you're actually taking shots when you're not. All right, another cool thing about the M6 TTL is that your shutter lever, not shutter lever, but your winder, film advance lever, actually can be used as a thumb grip. So a lot of the modern digital M6s, or not M6s, but a lot of the modern Leica M's you can buy, and you can buy it for this too, it just won't work. But you can get thumb grips that go into the cold shoe. But by using this, you already have a thumb grip. It makes it really easy to hold on to. Just thought you should know about that. One other thing is, being that it's a rangefinder, you're not actually looking through the lens. You're actually looking through this window. So I know in like my M2 and my M4 that I used to have, I would always forget to take the lens cap off, and you go through a whole day of shooting not even thinking about it, because you just pulled your camera out of the bag and you just, you're walking around town just shooting. With this lens hood on, you cannot see that there's a lens cap on there. So you just go through the whole day wasting film. But the cool thing about the M6 TTL, and I'm assuming the M6 regular will probably do this too, but when you're looking through the viewfinder and the lens cap is on, because it is metered, the meter will flash to indicate that the lens cap is on. So that's a really cool feature. Something you need to know about when you get one of these. And I think that's about it as far as the features that I think need to be pointed out. I'm going to make another video on the M6, kind of as a walkthrough. Much better probably than this one, because I'll be able to edit it down and things of that nature. But I really think that these 5 or 6 things that you need to know can be really beneficial if you're looking for that M6. Those are just little quirks. Every camera's got its quirk. I know there's a few of you watching. If you guys have questions, feel free to ask them. Otherwise, I will probably take off and bring this thing to an end. I'll give you guys a few seconds to see if you guys have anything that you want to ask. Yeah, this camera is by far my favorite camera ever. Do I think it's the best camera ever made? Absolutely not. I think that's almost impossible to say about any camera, to be perfectly honest. I think it depends on the situation. But as far as the Leica is concerned, I do recommend this camera. And definitely, if you haven't seen my most recent video that I launched last week, the Leica M6 video, definitely give that a watch. Give it a like, and if you haven't subscribed, definitely subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Aloha. Shoots.